Welcome back to the channel, and as you guys can see here, this is the 2025 Nissan Armada Pro-4X. This is their most capable Armada that money could buy. This vehicle does have air suspension. It does offer over 8 inches of ground clearance. It does offer a new interior, more technology, a newer design language. It also rides on a new platform, which is shared with the Nissan Patrol, which is their global vehicle. But now Nissan says this is shared, everything with the Patrol from overseas. With that being said, special thanks to H. Greg Nissan of Kendall for giving me time with the 2025 Nissan Armada Pro-4X. If you guys are in the market for a Nissan, be sure to check out H. Greg and ask for the general manager, Chris, and he will get you into your next vehicle. Now let's look at the exterior styling here for the Pro-4X Armada. Like I mentioned, this is a all-new redesigned vehicle from the ground up. And now looking here at the front styling here, this does have full LED headlights with an LED turn signal, automatic low and high beam, daytime running light, and once again, full LED headlights here. Now, I love the 3 slots here in the actual grille. There's this orange or lava-like finish color here to the Nissan logo. This does have a 360-degree camera for the vehicle because this is their most off-road vehicle here. I love the large V-motion grille with the gloss black finish there. And down here is going to be front parking sensors with these full LED fog lights. And at its lower setting here, Nissan says this has 9 inches. You guys can raise it up to 11.6 with that electronic adaptive air suspension. There's also those beefy recovery hooks and also that skid plate, which is covering underneath the vehicle there. If you guys are looking to take this vehicle, off the beaten path. Now, looking at the side profile here, it does have that boxy look because, like I mentioned, this vehicle is the same vehicle as overseas as the Nissan Patrol. So Nissan just kept it simple here for this model year. These also have these off-road set tires here, which are a 275/60 tire. They're wrapped in this 20-inch rim design. I like the gloss black with the Nissan logo right there in the center cap. And like I mentioned, it does have that air suspension with these mud flaps, also with these steps here. That's this LED sight marker, gloss black mirror cap. I love the nice two-tone finish here. And my test model here doesn't have a panoramic sunroof, but it does have those roof rails on top of the vehicle if you guys are looking to add more things to the top of this vehicle. There's also the Armada name here, which is the only indication to know that this is the off-road variant due to that orange badging there. Now looking at the rear of the vehicle, I think the rear design is equally handsome just as it is in the front with these full LED taillights. And I love this nice bar here which connects. There's also the Nissan logo there, which spells out Armada, also with the Pro-4X badge right there as well. There's going to be rear parking sensors, and this vehicle can tow 8,500 pounds for all trim levels. Full LED taillight design here, turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. And to open up the cargo, just press that portion there, and it does have a power opening tailgate. With the seats folded up, Nissan says this has 20.1 cubic feet of space. You can also lower and raise the vehicle here if you guys have heavy items or you guys are too short to lift it over this area here. And unlike the previous generation, the rear bumper doesn't protrude out a lot, which is nice. Lifting this up, it does reveal a household outlet. Once you fold down all the seats, that expands the cargo to 97.1 cubic feet of space. So it's right on par with the other competitors in this segment, but some of the other competitors offer well over 100 cubic feet of space. Sitting in the interior of this all-new generation of Armada, this is the Pro-4X. Like I mentioned, I love the nice two-tone here with the white and orange stitching with this black interior. It looks really nice, so it's going to be very durable if you guys really want to take this vehicle off the beaten path and are not afraid to get it dirty. Sadly, on my particular trim level, there is no panoramic sunroof or no standard size sunroof, which are greeted by these two 14.3-inch displays, which supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, reach over here to shut the door of the Armada. And to start up the vehicle, you guys know, put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button right here. And this does have that detuned version of the GTR's engine. You're greeted by this nice graphic once the vehicle starts up. And I'm surprised to see here on this off-road version, it does give you this power tilt and telescoping wheel, which is really nice. It does give you a good amount of range and adjustability. All models of the Pro-4X are going to come with these dual displays here, which is really nice. Great visibility out of this large truck with these large mirrors. I love that they give you this grab handle here. Some other competitors do not give you that. Now let's talk about the materials here, which are really nice. This does have the Clips audio sound system. There's 2-person memory seats. Your lock, unlock controls are here. You can power fold the mirrors in via this button here and unfold them. As an auto hold, electronic parking brake, your lane keeping assist, trunk release button is there. And I like this wood trim here. It's not real wood, but I like the nice finish to it. It's that black finish. Going to be nicely padded here. More of that nice stitching. Storage and cup holder space is going to be down there in the door pocket there. Now I love this large steering wheel, nice grip. There's paddle shifters for the 9-speed automatic transmission. The switch gear here feels really good. Typical Nissan switch gear. There's your trailer brake control here in gain. Button is going to be there, and there's this digital rear camera mirror, which I'm surprised to see on this off-road trim. Honestly, above is going to be these full LED lights throughout this interior, and the materials here on the dashboard are going to be a nice soft touch material as well, with the camera button, hazard button, your sync and track button are going to be here. You can also turn off the rear air conditioning for the rear passengers if there's no one there. This also offers 3-level heated seats. You also have a plethora of drive modes, from snow, mud and rut, sand, rock. You also have tow, sport, eco, and standard. So a plethora of different drive modes. This does have a piano-like shifter here to the gauge selector, which is, you put the vehicle into reverse, you have to press down on reverse. To go into neutral, you press neutral, and to go into drive, you press D there, which will put the vehicle into drive. Now going back here to the camera system here, this does have a good amount of cameras on this vehicle. You guys can see what your front tires are doing there. There's trajectory, distance markers, front and rear parking sensors. You can also zoom in and out, nice wide angle to the back of the vehicle. Great camera quality from Nissan. Pressing the park button there to put the vehicle back into park, and it does have an electronic adaptive air suspension. So if you press this will lower and raise the vehicle. It's in its auto mode setting there. This does have a 4-wheel drive. It does have auto, for high, for low. You can also lock the rear diff there. Traction control there. There's an automatic start stop defeat button here. Heated steering wheel function, which is nice. So this vehicle is very well equipped. The seats are one of the best seats in the business. You guys know Nissan can do a really good seat quality, and they're stepping up their game here with this newer generation Armada, which is really nice. And it says Pro-4X here in the headrest. Looking at the glove box, it does offer a good amount of storage in there. Nicely padded lid. Looking here at the armrest, a good amount of storage. It's lined with felt in there as well, with a single, no, there's no charging ports in there. That's the interior lighting for the armrest there. It says Armada here, and if I didn't have my water bottle here, you guys can close this off. And this lid feels very sturdy. Doesn't feel cheap or finicky. Feels really really good, great high quality material that they use. There's 2 Type-C ports here, a wireless phone charger, and this is the current key fob here for the Armada, which is really nice. It says Nissan remote start. There's your lock, unlock, your trunk release, and panic button. The key feels nice to hold in my hands here. But overall, the interior, I'm super impressed. But let's hop into the second and third row and see why you guys should pick this over the Toyota Sequoia. After showing you guys the interior of the Armada here, let's open up the rear door and see why you guys want this standard 3-row SUV to be in your driveway. Now, to start off here with the door panel material. It's going to be a nice soft touch material, nice orange stitching here, nice aluminum finish here to the grab handle, nice high quality switch gear to the window controls. There's going to be nicely padded, more stitching, storage and cup holder space here in the door panel here. And there's also the side steps to get into this large vehicle, which you guys can adjust via the adaptive electronic air suspension. Now, there's this grab handle here. Some competitors don't even give you a grab handle, but getting back here, as you guys can see, really good step in height. I do have plenty of foot space underneath the driver's seat. Good leg room here. This is my driving position here. There is 2 map pockets back here for storage. There's also your controls here for the rear air vents. And this our charging ports here with a 12-volt. The floor back here is not completely flat, but you can fit a middle passenger here. And you can remove this side, this middle seat here, my apologies. It does reveal 2 cup holders and a nice area here to rest your elbows. And above me, sadly, this particular trim does not offer that large panoramic sunroof, which will be a nice touch if Nissan did offer that here on the Pro-4X. And the seat materials are one of the best seats in the business. Nice high quality leather, nice stitching. I love everything about Nissan seats. They're very high quality here. Now, the legroom specs here are pretty good. As you guys see, plenty of space here. Now, let's hop into the third row of the Armada. Like I mentioned, this is why you guys want to put this in your driveway. And I forgot to mention this little small detail. It says Pro-4X here in the actual headrest there. You guys can pull this lever here. The seat does not catapult, but you can lay it down to give you a lot of storage space if you would like. But to get into the third row, grab this handle here, and the seat will tip forward, even with a car seat, guys. So you guys don't have to detach your car seat and whatnot. But as you guys can see, plenty of space to get into the third row here. As you guys can see, you can also fit 3 people across in comfort. I love the large headrest here. There's going to be this portion here to adjust the seat here if you guys wanted to get comfortable. There is a charge port here. Nice touch there. I love the large glass window to look out of, and above the interior does have these full LED interior lights. On this side, you also have a charging port. You can also recline here if you guys wanted to stretch out on a long road trip. Overall, I think the Pro-4X does offer nice legroom back here, especially over the Toyota Sequoia, which that vehicle does have a hybrid system, and the battery pack does eat into the third row. So I think this is a plus for Nissan to keep going, especially in this competitive segment. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Armada Pro-4X. This is the company's 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, which makes 425 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. It is paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission. As the Pro-4X sits here, it weighs well over 6,000 pounds, and Nissan says this vehicle can tow 8,500 pounds. It's been a long time since I've driven the Nissan Armada, and this is their newer generation here, especially thanks to H. Greg Nissan for giving me time with this vehicle. This does have the company's electronic adaptive air suspension, so it can get about 11.6 inches of ground clearance. The ride quality in this vehicle is super smooth. It has an adaptive air suspension, like I mentioned. Even with these all-terrain tires, you don't hear any road noise. You don't feel the grabbiness of those all-terrain tires. Maybe you guys go on off-road, you can definitely probably feel it. You can set up to its highest setting here. This has the wireless Apple CarPlay, these two massive 14.3-inch displays, which is really nice. Great graphics, very bright screens, and it's wireless. My iPhone 17 Pro Max is in this wireless phone charger, and it's displaying there. This does have heated seats and cool seats. You have to go for the other trim levels. You guys want the actual cool seats. A plethora of different drive modes in this vehicle to take this vehicle off-roading. And also this does have the detuned version of the the GTR. I almost said Type R. The GTR's engine, my apologies. This has the company's 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, which makes 425 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. Towing capacity is at 8,500 pounds, so it's right on par with the other competitors in this segment here. Now I'm going through this very tight roundabout, and the Armada just fits perfectly fine. So dimension-wise, you guys don't have to worry about it curbing any curbs or whatnot. It drives literally like a shrunken, like a compact SUV in my opinion. Even though this vehicle is massive, it's heavy, it weighs well over 6,000 plus pounds. So even though if it feels heavy on paper, it drives very well in the actual real world. And that 9-speed is paired very well with this powertrain. We're gonna do a slight acceleration once I get out of the park here. But overall, I'm impressed. The technology, the driving, the powertrain, the transmission hooked up with this vehicle. It knows how to be right in the meat of its power band. And it just drives very well, guys. I'm gonna put it into a sport mode here really quick. I'm not gonna do nothing crazy. I'm just gonna accelerate. Thing, it pulls really hard. It has a really good feel from that twin turbo V6. Now putting it back into its standard or eco mode here, it has the same fuel economy just like every other body on frame vehicle in this segment. I like that Nissan's offering more technology, a newer design language to the interior, also for the exterior. Overall, I'm super impressed. The seats in here, one of the best seats in the business, very comfortable. I can probably drive for hours and hours and won't have to scroll them around in the seat, just because I know Nissan has really good seats, especially in this competitive segment. This does compete against the GM, so the Tahoe, the Yukon, so very competitive segment. Honestly, and I like that Nissan has introduced this newer generation of Armada here, you know, to let the other competitors know, yes, it did take me some time, but I'm here to play and wow other customers, because for them to offer this Pro-4X, and like I said, I love everything about this vehicle, from the ride quality to the technology, the driver's assistance. I love everything about it. It's very smooth, very compliant, easy to drive. But let me know what you guys think about the newer generation of Armada. After spending time with the 2025 Nissan Armada Pro-4X, this vehicle has a very smooth ride quality. I love that potent V6 underneath the hood. You guys know the V8 is completely gone. I love the nice tech upgrades, the nice redesign finally for this newer generation. I love all the bells and whistles that this vehicle comes equipped with. So the price point for this Pro-4X is right on line with the other competitors. If you guys want to see more videos like this, be sure to check out my channel, and I will see you all in the next video.